Could one of the Chicago Bears' youngest draft picks be the first to feel the axe as Ben Johnson rebuilds this offense? Welcome back to Bears News Fan Report, where we bring you the latest and most exciting sports news every single day. Tonight, we're diving into a storyline that's buzzing across Halas Hall and beyond. The possibility that fourth-round pick Tyler Scott may be cut from the roster after rookie minicamp. It's a dramatic turn for a player once heralded as a steal in the 2023 NFL Draft. So stay tuned as we unpack the rise, the stumble, and why Scott could be the Bears' most surprising casualty this summer. Heading into the 2024 season, Chicago's offense felt poised for breakout success. Franchise quarterback Caleb Williams arrived amid fanfare, superstar receiver Keenan Allen was added via trade, and expectations soared that the Bears could shock the NFL by contending in the NFC North. Instead, they stumbled to 28th in scoring and dead last in total offense, prompting a head coaching change and a complete schematic overhaul. When Ben Johnson took the reins, he brought the smash-mouth philosophy from Detroit, prioritizing the offensive line and rushing attack, but also vowed to revamp the passing game with high-octane weapons. One of those new toys, Luther Burden III, looms large over the fate of a familiar face. Tyler Scott's rookie season seemed promising. Lance Zierlein of NFL.com raved about his explosive slot potential, pointing to a 4.44-second 40-yard dash and T.Y. Hilton-style instincts. Scott hauled in 17 receptions for 168 yards in 2023 and even contributed 41 yards on 7 carries. Yet that hard-earned trust evaporated under the weight of new additions. After Allen's arrival and the drafting of Burden, Scott's offensive snap count plummeted from 436 plays in year 1 to a mind-boggling 20 in year 2. One target all season, a 5-yard grab, underscored how far he'd fallen. Suddenly, his roster spot looked more like a luxury than a necessity. Consider the numbers. Burden ran a 4.41-40, boasts a 6'0", 206-pound frame, and posted 1,212 yards with 9 touchdowns at Missouri in 2023. He's a bigger, bolder version of the player Scott was supposed to become. When coaches evaluate practice speed, route urgency, and YAC explosion, Burden's tape pops off the screen. Scott's, by contrast, shows flashes that have yet to translate into a sustainable role. Add in special teams snaps, a mere 35 for Scott last year, and you see why insiders whisper that a younger, cheaper, and more physically imposing receiver is about to usurp his spot. Salary cap pressures only intensify the scrutiny. Scott's minimum rookie salary still consumes a roster slot, and every contract counts when you're balancing veteran extensions and potential midseason signees. Chicago needs flexibility to chase that marquee edge rusher or a midseason backup. Quarterback if injuries strike. Cutting Scott clears a roster spot and a chunk of cap space, all while sending a message that every player must earn his role under Johnson's no-nonsense regime. Could this be the beginning of a ripple effect, with other underperformers suddenly sweating their futures? The atmosphere in rookie minicamp has been electric, but also tense. Local reporters note that Scott has been rotated sparingly in 11-on-11 work, while Burden, DJ Moore, and Rome Odunze regularly see first-team snaps. Coaches have been overheard praising a UDFA or two for their crisp releases and grit on special teams, prized traits Scott once offered. Fans on social media have seized on every lineup card leak, pointing out that Scott's name is conspicuously absent from early bulletins. Is this a case of a washout, or simply a wake-up call for a young player who needs to fight for every reunion with the starting offense? Sources tell us the decision could come as soon as the day after minicamp ends. Once the pads go on in full training camp, Scott will have a final chance to prove he belongs. by flashing in situational drills, stepping up on third and short targets, or blowing a block on special teams. But a new coaching staff with no ties to Scott's draft pedigree may have little patience for past promise. When the whistle blows on that first padded practice, could we be watching his last in a Bears uniform? Meanwhile, the fallout from the 2025 NFL Draft continues to reverberate across the league, and the Bears are at the center of the hottest chatter. Rumors swirled that Chicago was on the phone with multiple teams hoping to move up for Ashton Jeanty before ultimately landing Luther Burden III, and insiders claim that Pohl's aggressiveness in those trade discussions alone turned more than one front office green with envy. Draft guru Joe Marino tweeted that he'd never seen a GM so willing to package picks to snag his guys, calling it next-level commitment to Ben Johnson's vision. Could that same boldness morph into a mid-summer blockbuster trade for a veteran edge rusher? Fans on Twitter are already speculating, tagging names like Trey Hendrickson and Zadarius Smith as potential summer acquisitions. On the undrafted front, Chicago's UDFA haul is generating surprising buzz, too. The Bears quietly inked a trio of intriguing receivers, a converted safety, and a tackle prospect that PFN's Trevor Sikkema labeled the find of rookie minicamp. One leaked practice video showed that undrafted running back Deion Hankins exploded through a hole in a 7-on-7 drill, causing national pundits to declare him a must-watch sleeper, who could steal carries from even Kyle Monangai. Could we be witnessing the next Tyler Scott story, but this time a success? The chatter grew so loud that a popular NFL podcaster spent an entire episode dissecting Chicago's UDFA board, calling it a blueprint for building depth on the cheap. Defensive fans haven't been left out of the buzz either. Word is that Dennis Allen's staff was particularly pleased with rookie cornerback Zaw Frazier's transition from UTSA's wide receiver to lockdown coverman in team walkthroughs. An anonymous scout posted on X that Frazier's wingspan and footwork reminded him of a young Darius Slay, predicting he'll push Kyler Gordon for nickel snaps by Week 6 if he keeps up the progress. Meanwhile, fellow draftee Ruben Hippolyte Liteku has been frequently seen in sideline interviews, his motor and field awareness earning him early praise from local beat writers as the Bears' defensive steal of the draft. Could these two become the defensive stoppers that finally give Chicago's back seven a feared identity? Even the veteran signings are stirring drama. Fans were abuzz when Bears linebacker Ian Bonena Urhogide, who flew under the radar in free agency, posted an Instagram story at Halas Hall working exclusively with head coach Ben Johnson on blitz pickup schemes. Speculation immediately followed that he might earn a starting edge role over the veteran rotation. On the flip side, defensive end Montez Sweat's social media silence amid contract rumors sparked wild will he, won't he debates, only to see him post a picture with his gear neatly folded into an official cardboard pending transactions box, fueling theory after theory about his future. In Chicago's post-draft world, every snap, every social media post, and every practice clip has instant headline value, and no player is safe from the swirling draft-induced drama. So, as this off-season drama unfolds, ask yourself, should Chicago cut its losses and move on from Tyler Scott, or give him one more lifeline to earn his spot? I'm torn. There's something thrilling about a young underdog who overcomes early adversity, but I also understand Johnson's zero-tolerance approach to roster building. A clean slate often demands harsh choices. But what do you think about all of this? Do you believe Tyler Scott deserves another chance? Or is it time for the Bears to turn the page and let Burden and the rest of the new weapons lead the way? Drop your opinions in the comments below. I can't wait to read your takes. If you enjoyed this deep dive into potential roster moves, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to Bears News Fan Report, and ring the notification bell so you never miss an update. Thanks for watching, and as always, bear down.